Good morning, everyone. Well, temperatures on the rise across Iowa today, but we do have a rain chance to talk about as well. In fact, we're already seeing a little bit of rain out there this morning. For the morning commute, we're highlighting the northwestern part of the state, from Sioux City, Fort Dodge, on over to Mason City. The activity transitioning to the central part of the state, so I would say a little bit better chance of rain for the morning commute if you're in Mason City versus Sioux City, but we'll leave in a small chance for Sioux City as well. That said, if you're not in the northwestern part of the state, going to be a dry morning commute. Now, this area of showers may be still a weak storm. We'll be pushing to the east, so by the time we transition to 11 a.m., we're talking about the northeastern part of the state seeing isolated showers, maybe a weak storm. So Mason City area, still a chance, maybe an outside chance for Waterloo and Dubuque, but notice how this activity is starting to fizzle. So I would say even a better chance in the northwestern part of the state this morning than the northeastern part of the state. Then during the early afternoon, all that activity fizzles out, transitions over to Wisconsin. So I think 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to be dry. Let's talk about high temperatures that we're expecting today for the central and eastern part of the state. Looking pretty uniform. I think most are going to top out in mid-80s, maybe some up in the northeastern part of the state because of that additional cloud cover, and the showers will be around, only reaching the low 80s. But check out over to the west. I do think Sioux City getting into the low 90s. Breezy for everyone today, pretty uniform across state, gusts 20-25 miles per hour. And we're not done with the rain chance just yet. Look what happens when we get to about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So what's actually going to be happening is a very weak cold front is going to be coming in and then stalling out. So as it pushes in late this afternoon, this evening, there are going to be some showers and storms that develop along it in the northern and eastern part of the state. If you're in the western part of the state, I don't think it's going to happen. Just enough humidity around and just enough strength of this cold front where I think they're going to see some isolated showers and storms. And the thing is, with these storms that pop up, notice the best chance of seeing these isolated showers and storms for Mason City about 6 o'clock, for Waterloo 9 o'clock. Notice how that shade of red trying to show up. I'm not thinking that it's going to be damaging storms, but in these isolated storms that do pop up, could we see wind gusts 40, 50 miles per hour? Could we see some pea-sized hail? I'm not going to rule that out during the late afternoon and early evening hours. I do think this activity will probably make it to the Quad Cities as well. We're talking late tonight, probably not until midnight. I don't want to guarantee a chance of rain, but I do want to mention very late this evening during the early overnight hours, the opportunity for probably mostly showers, maybe a weak storm. Iowa City, Davenport, Moline. But then by the time we get to 3 a.m., notice how the activity all fizzles out. And actually this front stalling out over us, and then it's going to be lifting back as a warm front tomorrow. So, yeah, it's actually going to be hotter tomorrow than today because the front will be going back as a warm front. So check out Sioux City, 97, Davenport 90, so hotter to the west and the east. All these temperatures above normal. I will mention more humidity to the east. Not really bad humidity, but more humidity in the east than the west, so that means it's going to feel even less different as far as temperatures go because we're dealing with a little bit more humidity in the eastern part of the state. I think it's going to be sunny skies across the board. The biggest difference, I think, actually, in the state is going to be the wind situation. So in the western part of the state, it's going to get windy. We might even see some places get gusts close to 40 miles per hour, but certainly in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range. Then in the central part of the state, we're looking at gusts in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range. But in eastern Iowa, we're talking about gusts really only getting to around 15 miles per hour. So windier to the west, not much wind at all in the eastern part of the state.